The National Memorial Day Concert, a tradition honoring our military heroes, returns live from the West Lawn of the U.S. Capitol for a special 30th anniversary broadcast. It's Sunday night on PBS at 7 o'clock.
The National Night of Remembrance will mark the 75th anniversary of the D-Day invasion and pay tribute to America's Gold Star families, for whom every day is Memorial Day.
Joining us from Washington is the host of the concert, Tony Award winner Joe Mantegna, and Gold Star wife Ursula Palmer, whose husband died while serving in Afghanistan. Nice to see both of you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Joe, this concert really reflects the true meaning of this holiday. Tell us a little bit about what's on tap this year.
Well, once again, it's just a cross-section of dramatic readings of musical numbers, speeches that basically in a 90-minute program give you a perfect snapshot of what Memorial Day is and why we carve this day out every year, and why, to my mind, why it's our most important holiday on our calendar, because it's the holiday that allows us to celebrate all the other holidays. So we have actors like Sam Elliott from Oscar nominated from Star is Born, who will be recounting the World War II story. Dennis Haysbert and myself will be doing a story about Vietnam. We're going to be telling the story, Ursula's story, of her husband and also the organization that she represents. It's a 90-minute program that I encourage people to just carve out of the Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend, barbecue, watch the Indianapolis 500, but if you can, catch the concert, and it will help you totally understand why it's so important that we have this holiday, and I think you'll be glad you've taken the time to do that.
And this is your 15th year hosting this telecast. It has a special place in your heart, I assume.
Yeah, without question. I mean, there was a lot of military in my family, but we were blessed in the fact that they all pretty much came home. So to tell you the truth, Memorial Day wasn't even that significant in my life until I first did this concert, and I was just so taken by the experience, and so taken by, I went and visited the guys men and women at Bethesda and Walter Reed, and it really brings home that feeling of like, I've had a pretty good life, and yet it's some people have paid a much greater kind of dues to live that life than I have. And so it's only fitting that we try to call attention to that and try to pay back in the ways that we can, because they gave the ultimate sacrifice.
Yeah, that is what it's all about. It's an important thing to remember. Ursula, we are so thankful for your husband's service and so sorry for your loss. Can you tell us his story, and also tell us a little bit of about the organization that you started for other Gold Star families like yourself?
Absolutely. On 2006, my husband volunteered to go to Afghanistan. He was there for about a year, and he volunteered for one last mission about 2 weeks before being scheduled to come back home. And when he was coming back from that last mission, his vehicle was struck by an ID. He was severely injured. He survived for 2.5 months, and then he passed away in March 14, 2008. And I did not become involved right away with the Gold Star Wives at the beginning. It took a few years. But then I became friends with Dr. Vivian Wurzel, a great friend of mine. And she had seen a need, and there was some needs that were not fulfilled. Not because there was anything wrong with it, but simply because there was a new need. And that need was that a lot of the new widows, of course, were younger, recent wars, and with little kids, just different needs. And she said, well, why don't you come along with me and let's found this new chapter. And we did is a virtual chapter. Most of our husbands are buried in Arlington. That's why we have it with the name Arlington. But it doesn't. It's not just for the city of Arlington. It's for anyone who needs the support, anyone who would like us to maybe take a flower to their loved ones if they don't live in the city.
Ursula, what message would you like to convey on this Memorial Day weekend?
Well, just as Joe has said in the past, it's okay for you to go ahead and have your barbecue, take that road trip, enjoy a weekend of relaxation after a hard week of work. But just take a minute and remember the reason why you're being able to enjoy that. But by all means, I don't get upset or offended if you tell me have a happy Memorial Day. Please, you have a happy Memorial Day because our loved ones have made the ultimate sacrifice so that we can continue to have this wonderful life.
That is a message, a great message indeed. Take some time to remember those who served. Ursula, Joe, thanks for being with us today. Have a great show. Happy Memorial Day.
We'll see you Sunday night. Thanks so much to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
You're watching